Good morning. It's currently 6:13 a.m. on Friday, February 20th, 2015. TGIF. I'm Christiana Ellis. I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So today I think I want to talk a little bit about how, the process of getting overcommitted and overwhelmed. I'm not at any kind of a panic level right now, but just enough that I'm noticing that I've been doing a lot. And it's not even a lot in the grand scheme of things so much as it is more than typical. And I notice that the stresses that puts on me. And so, again, I don't want to overstate the point. It's more just something I've been thinking about. I tweeted yesterday, as mostly a joke, that the fact that I have a lot of social activities on my calendar more than usual lately. And it's really been cutting into my TV and video game time. Obviously, it's a joke, but it's also kind of not, because while if the question is put to me in the form of a choice, like, which do you think is more important, going out and doing stuff with real people or watching TV? Well, I mean, I'm not going to pick watching TV in that equation. But that's frequently not how this dilemma presents itself. The way it presents itself is you have been used to a certain level of out of the house activity, and so there's a number of different shows that you watch, games that you've bought with the intention of playing, other activities that you build into your routine to fill that extra time. And then once you start, you have things that take you out of the house a few nights a week, all of a sudden, all of those TV shows that you're used to watching, well, you don't have enough time to watch all of those shows. And so they start to build up on the DVR, and you start feeling like, oh shoot, I'm falling behind. What am I going to do? And it starts becoming a stress rather than a relaxation, because you feel like, oh man, I have all these video games I haven't played yet. I have all these TV shows I haven't watched yet. And it starts feeling actively like something you have to get through rather than something you're actually doing for fun, which is not even a high priority thing. As I've said, of course I think it's more important to hang out with real people than to watch TV, but it becomes this extra thing. And so there can be this temptation to any one particular outing. You might say, well, I did say to so-and-so that I might drop by, but it's cold out and I have all these shows on the DVR to watch tonight. You know what? Maybe tonight I'll just stay home. But it becomes easy to rationalize those reasons to yourself over and over and over, and it becomes a pattern of behavior to the point where you're no longer doing all of these extra social activities. And again, I feel like I'm moving in the right direction now, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about the observation that that sort of a transition still can provide stress with it. There's all sorts of science these days that suggest that things like willpower and motivation are a limited resource, in the sense that in any given day, I don't know that it resets by the day or anything, but there's only so much that you can kind of make yourself do before you kind of just give up. And the more things that you're adding on top of your typical behavior is going to deplete that resource. And so I know that I can sometimes have the tendency to start letting important things slide, like, making sure I've, double checked that I've paid all my bills, cleaning, exercising at the gym, things like that that can start to slip when I've added things that are ultimately not very important. And it's also possible to have something loom as a bigger deal than it really is. For example, if in a given evening all you have to do is have 1/2 hour phone call, and then you're done for the evening. But when you're thinking about it in advance, you start saying, do I have anything I have to do tonight? Oh yeah, I have that call. And you start feeling like, oh well, I have to plan my whole evening around that call. And then it starts feeling like you have the whole evening booked up. And then you think about, oh well, and then tomorrow I'm going to that party, and then later I wanted to try to see that movie. Oh my God, I'm so busy. It's irrational, but I can't be the only person that happens to. Humans are weird, right? Anyway, remember you can find all my stuff at christianaellis.com. Mike and I recorded an update to our Oscar marathon last night. We talked mostly about Gone Girl and How to Train Your Dragon 2, a little bit about Box Trolls. And next week on Wednesday, Survivor will be back. And so we'll be resuming our Talking About Survivor podcast as well. And you can find all of that stuff on this YouTube channel or at christianaellis.com. And I will talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.